Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time, and we got all 5 Dinobots. They are combiners in this form, so it's time to combine them. Yeah, Slash unfortunately is not part of the combiner, but the main 5 are. And yeah, Volcanicus will wait, so I guess we should get to business here. Now, since each Dinobot can be an arm or a leg, with the exception of Grimlock, obviously, I'm gonna try to show off some transformations for both the arm and leg mode, but it's not really too difficult, so I'm not going to try to waste too much time with this. But in any case, we should get started with this. And we're starting off with Swoop. So for the arm mode, well, for the leg mode actually, since this is going to be an arm, we're going to just flip down the head. Now, well, we're going to start with the leg mode, that's right, sorry. And it's actually very similar, no matter which way you go about it. You flip the arms up, flip the hands in, and they have a peg hole, which this peg on the arm goes into, like so. Wings come down, fold in, and actually peg into the shoulders, because they got this peg and this port. May have to bring it out just a bit to really do that. Then you kind of combine a Wars Aerial Bot style, or in other styles you just bring the legs up, you're gonna have to bring the beak up as well. It rests in place, and there you have Swoop's leg mode, where the wings kind of come out a bit just to facilitate everything, and yeah, the foot would peg in right here. But since we're going to go to arm mode for this one, let's just bring the legs out. I'm going to make him, pretty much going to make him the right arm. So we'll just bring that out and flip out the combiner peg like so. So he's an arm. Keep these out so we can keep the wings pegged in. And if you, well, that's the way it's going to be. So we just get a hand. And since these are mostly all the same color, it's hard to tell which one's what. So they all fit the same way, so we'll just take a hand and pop it in like that. So we got an arm done. Next we'll look at Sludge, who's going to be a leg, but we're going to start with the arm transformation. First we'll bring that piece in. For the most part, the arm and leg situation is the same, except for the legs will be flipped in. So we'll bring that around, bring the head up, keep it like that, but we'll just fold the whole thing down, like so. Flip the arms in, flip them out like this, make sure the hands are folded in, and these ports here will port into these, well, these pegs here will port into these ports here. So just do that. Do that. And for arm mode, bring the tail up. Take it together. Bring that out, and that's the arm mode. You put a hand in here, like always. Now for the leg mode that he's going to be. And just for a side note, Slug pretty much transforms the same way for the arm and leg modes. But we'll deal with that later. Bring the tail out because we gotta bring these together. No. Actually, we gotta bring this together first. Just like we were transforming him back to beast mode. These two little pegs here that are together, they go onto this port onto the back of the area, which is kind of tricky because they don't usually want to go in together. But if you don't get them in together, the whole thing comes apart. So while applying some pressure, snap that in, bring the tail back together, flip it to the back, bring the legs up, and that would be the leg mode. You can flip this down if you want for more flush, but I think it'll look better with the neck up. Now we take the combiner foot, peg it in, foot's done. Well, that'll be this side, I think. Okay, got that set. Now on to Snarl, who's pretty unique in himself. Let's, for him, flip the head back in, put that up, put the fists in, rotate this back. We're going to start with the arm mode since he's going to be a leg. So, again, peg, port, just got to get them together. And this one's the stubborn one. Bring out the combiner peg now. Flip this up, bring in the combiner connector. Attach your legs all the way around. Rotate this. Make sure everything stays together. And yeah, you'd put a hand in there. And that's your combined arm mode. This actually stays out like that, which is pretty cool. Now for the leg, it's actually pretty simple. Bring that around. You want to bring the arms out because otherwise they will collide with everything. Give me a moment, I'm just trying to stretch a bit. So this, we pull this apart again, which is never easy because everything locks together really tight. Yeah, bring that piece in, pull these apart. Bring the stego pieces together like this. Close this up, make sure everything is set right, because it is easy to mess up if you're not careful. Make sure it's all together. Put the legs back in, like so. We'll bring this out, close this up, because it looks better as a kneecap like this than with the tail out, and that will also prevent any banging into the other leg, this case being Sludge. And also make sure everything is in tight. Because Snarl likes to be problematic at times. Just put the leg in, knee out, and that's Sludge's leg mode. Last but not least is Snarl, who effectively has a lot in common with Sludge. So for leg mode, just bring this back. Bring the tail out for now. Bring these heels up. And excuse me a bit, sometimes I have to move just to get comfortable. Bring them together. Much like Sludge, there's a little peg in there that has to go into this port back here. And everything goes wrong if you mess it up. So, I'm gonna keep that together. Get them snapped together like that. And then we'll just take the arms, plug them in like that. Rinse and repeat. Flip. Plug. Bring the tail together. Like this. Bring these legs up. So they're not in the way. And that would be the leg mode. You'd put the combiner port in there, or the combiner foot in there, and that would do it. Getting him to arm mode from here is actually pretty easy. Separate the tail, get the feet out of the way. Flip this out. Keep that in. And then you bring the tail up, put it together. Make sure this is connected to each other. Bring it in like so. It will actually plug right in, hold everything together for you. Bring these in. And that's arm mode. Yeah, and don't forget to bring the combiner peg out. And yeah, just to finish it off, take our fist, pop it in, nice and tight, and there is Slug or Slag in his arm mode. And last but not least, that leaves Grimlock, and he's not too hard. So we start by flipping the head up, like so. Rotate the waist all the way around. We'll bring the skirt down. That. Then we take this part, make sure these stay connected. This will plug into here. Rotate the legs this till the tails are in. Adjust them accordingly until they're even. Sorry, trying to readjust myself up here. Now just rotate these out till they snap in place. They should snap in place. Okay, that's in place. Okay. Fold in the hands. And rotate those inward. They will actually peg right into each other. At least they're supposed to. And for some reason this one doesn't want to. Oh, I'm putting it in wrong. Okay, fold this wing down like that. There we go. Finally got it in place. And yeah, that might want to undo on itself for you, but it's easy to fix. Rotate this in. Rotate that till it clicks into place like so. There is a port right there, peg right there. Hop that in to keep that in place. We flip this down, open up the little door, flip up the head, close the door, and our torso is just about complete. Just want to make sure it's even. Now, it might look a little thin in the middle and want to fall down, but that's because it's just pretty much sitting on itself. Well, as far as the thinness goes, you got 2 extra fist parts, which you can plug right into the sides. Oh, sorry. Now this one will peg in. There are pegs on the back for the thumbs to go into, and the front thumbs just slide in like that. Actually, can they go in like so? No, they better just. I want to try that for now. No, okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide which side looks better. That'll work. And do so on the other side as well. Just peg it into the side. Put that in. Make sure the other one is pegged in. You're good. You can fold this down if you'd like. Now we get to put Volcanicus together. So we'll take Snarl, slide him in, like so. Sludge slides in on this side. Back him up. Adjust the camera, because this guy's a biggie. Swoop goes right here. Like that. And last but not least, Slug or Slag goes in right there. And we'll just get the light on him. And yes, Volcanicus is fully built. And he looks okay-ish. Like, it's not as bad as the first time I put them together. So there's that. But it's not like 100% wonderful either. This guy seems to have some issues. And it's a little bothersome. I won't lie, he looks bulky, but his shoulders are a little bit low. Lower than I like. And yeah, I'm not too fond of having to use the combiner fists to bulk out the inside. Because you don't have those combiner fists in, he is very thin. He is very, very thin. Like, you wonder if he's eating enough thin. And that's not how you want a Dinobot to be. They're not supposed to be that thin. In fact, I'll show you. Just take out these armor bits. You can see how yeah, that's yeah, and you can see he's not really one to hold together very well. But yeah, take a look. That is very thin for a Dinobot. I mean, I know he's in robot mode, but that is just... I mean, shoulders here, and yeah, shoulder line goes like that. I mean, let me see. See, that's not good. That is not good at all. So, yeah. He's a bit too thin. I'm going to say it again. Very, very thin, and I'm not too happy about that. Aside from that, he works okay, I guess. You've got the usual jointage. Okay, and that... I picked the wrong one to put in. So let's just swap out another one. Yeah, not all the combiner fists work as well as they should. There we go. That's nice and snug. But yeah, he's got ball joint, like the universal joints at the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Although on Slug, the arm bits, the kibble can get in the way. It's still nice. And yeah, wrist rotations. he does have a waist joint, which is good. Universal hips. And 2 places where you can go out thanks to the leg joints. Forward back, got a bit more than 90 at the knee. Like 90 is the safe bet. Seems like Sludge gives you a little more. And that didn't show. Never mind. We'll try this again. Yeah. Forward, backward at the hips. Got the wrist, like the waist. Yeah. 2 places where you can go out. About 90 at the knee. And yeah, you can actually bring the ankles out if you want to give him a little bit more of a wider stance, which in itself is really good, but execution wise he doesn't quite do the job quite well enough. You could tell this guy's got some issues, especially that he doesn't want to hold together too well. But yeah, you can get him into a nice stance and make him look quite heroic and tough looking. Although, yeah, without those combiner fists, he is incredibly thin. And it's bothersome. You can also take the Dinobot Enigma. You can put it in either one of his feet, his fists, or this handy spot on his Dinobot mouth, where you can just plug it right in there. And yes, he has his Enigma of combination right there. But let's get a closer look at that head too. Yeah, that looks cool. Head does rotate left and right, by the way. I almost forgot that. And the head is actually really nice looking. A lot of Grimlock. Got that crown. Not the same crown as the comics, but still nice. He has a silver underbite for some reason. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a nice face. So I'm pleased with that. Although the rest is a little underwhelming. But I guess we should compare him with another combiner, see how he stacks up. In these combiners, I'm picking not because of a significant relationship. Although, yeah, there's something to that, but mostly because these are the ones that are easiest available to me. So, we'll bring Grimlock in over here, or Volcanicus, I'm sorry. You'd think Grimlock because he's the main guy, but yeah, we'll bring in G2 Superion. And Superion being one of the benchmarks because he's the most stable combiner of all, as far as these Combiner Wars or Power of the Primes combiners go. He's got the reputation of being the best. And yeah, Volcanicus is a bit taller, maybe by a head or two, barely by a head, but he's still not quite as good as Superion, not quite as solid. And we'll bring in one of the lower tiers, at least as far as fan voice goes. It's debatable in my opinion, but we'll bring in Optimus Maximus, who was a repaint of the Menasor set, the Stunnicons. And yeah, just actually bring Volcanicus to the middle. Now, Volcanicus is taller, but not by much, again. And, you know, he might win out against this like the Optimus or Motormaster Torso. He definitely beats the Skyling's Torso. But, yeah, it's still I think as far as combiners go, Volcanicus is still lower tier. And, you know, it's not a knock against the Dinobots. I love the Dinobots. But I don't think I love them combined. I think I prefer them separated. And it's really sad because the sacrifice was the Dinobot limbs were going to be deluxe size when they probably should have been Voyager, because they all should be really big. And the payoff, well, it doesn't quite measure up. So, yeah, I'm going to have to say this one is not the best. He's okay. It's definitely worthwhile to have all the Dinobots. So, yeah, be happy about that. Volcanicus, we could have done without. But, you know, I'm still very happy to have all the Dinobots. So, yeah, there's that. Now, before I go, I'm going to have to get these guys rearranged so you can actually see the other side of this combined form, where the legs are arms and the arms are legs. So yeah, in this form, Grimlock looks, Volcanicus, I don't know why I keep calling him Grimlock. He looks alright. Just gonna spread out the legs just a little bit. Although he doesn't seem to wanna. There we go. Getting him to stand is kind of tricky sometimes. But as you can see, still bulky but very thin in the middle. I mean, the legs and arms do bulk out quite a bit, but the torso is a bit of a weakness still. But yeah, the Dinobots can be good arms or legs. And you can arrange them as you like. Really don't have too many limits to worry about. But it's still, I think, better to just have them as the individual Dinobots. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.